The first issue of the comics, Star Wars, The Rise of Kylo Ren, has just come out, and it gave us some much needed backstory for Kylo and his creepy tree and boy-hugging master, Snoke. Yeah, that's right. It was confirmed that Kylo Ren and Snoke have a romantic relationship. Just kidding. They seemed more like a farmer and his farmhand. A gropey farmer. Not much is actually revealed about their relationship in this first chapter, but Snoke seems to present himself as a very chill guy. He's seemingly just living alone on this garden planet in peace. Just him and his vegetables. I can honestly see why Kylo decided to join Snoke after this chapter. His uncle seemingly just tried to murder him in his sleep. And Snoke is just some weird gardener dude, who may or may not have been high on some medicinal herbs. One of the biggest reveals of this chapter was the reveal of what actually happened to the Jedi Temple. It seems Kylo did not burn it down and kill the other Padawans, but just watched in horror as lightning struck the temple and set everything on fire. He even rushed to try and help, but an explosion sent him tumbling back. It seems highly probable that Snoke was the one to do this, as lightning just randomly striking the temple at that moment would have been way too convenient. And who I assume was Snoke was talking to Kylo in his head, blaming Skywalker and the Jedi for this happening. This is actually a big game changer, as it makes Kylo much more redeemable. If he actually didn't slaughter his fellow classmates, but rather tried to help them, and only ran away due to his uncle trying to murder him, he actually didn't do anything morally wrong. Of course, he later goes down a dark path, but it seems like he may have been slowly corrupted over time, rather than becoming a child murderer right off the bat like Anakin did. 3 of Luke's other students who were off-world arrived right after all of this happened, while the temple was still burning, and confronted Kylo, though at this point he was still called Ben, and asked him what happened. He told them about what happened with his uncle, and how he was attacked in his sleep and killed him in self-defense. For some reason, Ben didn't explain to them that he wasn't the one who caused the fire, and I think telling them that may have helped defuse the situation. Alas, he didn't. And when he told them he was leaving and that they should go too, they drew their lightsabers and tried to stop him. Their efforts were in vain, though, as they were no match for the prized pupil of Master Skywalker. He had one of his little rage fits and ended up hurting one of them with the Force, which caused him to hesitate. But then he hardened his expression and told them that he warned them, which he did. He then left in his ship, where the 3 wannabe Jedis continued to follow him, but he turned around and fired on them, destroying their engines. He purposefully let them live, proving yet again he isn't a bad guy. At least, not yet. One of the wannabe Jedi thought they could track him down with the Force, but the tentacle-faced one was like, "We don't need to always rely on the goddamn Force," and brought up how they could just track the droid in his ship. This is the last we see of them this chapter, but it seems like they will be showing up in the future. I think Kylo's gonna either end up killing them, or they're gonna end up joining him and becoming Knights of Ren. Or maybe 1 or 2 of them will die, and the remaining will join. Kylo's then shown arriving on planet Greenhouse, and meeting up with the weird farmer. So we are right back to where we started, and at the end of the chapter. One thing I would like to bring up that I didn't mention before, is that it was confirmed by Kylo that Luke was the one who injured Snoke. It wasn't explained exactly how it happened. Kylo just expressed his concern over what Luke did to him. And Snoke just kind of brushed it off, and said it was more important what Luke tried to do to Kylo. Kylo then said it didn't matter because he killed him, but Snoke thought otherwise, saying Luke wouldn't die easily, whenever or how it happens. Interesting choice of words, considering Luke ended up just dying from straining himself with the Force too hard. That's like the Jedi equivalent of dying while trying to poop too hard. The chapter ends with Kylo saying he was thinking about the Knights of Ren. There was a short scene with the Knights of Ren at the beginning of the chapter that took place long ago, but very little was revealed about them. We're probably going to get a lot more information about them in the next chapter. So if you want to hear what I have to say about it, subscribe for more. You will subscribe to my channel.
No, we won't.
You will subscribe to my channel.
No, we won't. Do it.